All right, guys, David Pietsch here again. We're going to do binary part 2. I'm just going to try to break this down for you so you can finally just track with me and get this. Why does a binary have 2 teams? Because it does. This compensation plan is genius when you understand that a good person on your right, anywhere that shows up, and a good person on your left that shows up that's good, it's ball game. Watch. Binary has 2 teams. When you enroll your personal people, hear me when I say it, they always go bottom right, bottom left. Do not try to fill in every single available space. Every single person, every single time, there's never, ever any scenario where you wouldn't go first available on the right, first available on the left. So on your binary in your back office, it says bottom right, bottom left. So remember, if one side is farther ahead than the other one, that one at that particular time is called your power leg. The other one is called your pay leg, because that's the one you get paid on when 3 new sales come in off of it. Okay? So watch. I go over here. I sign up Bob. Okay? When I say sign up, I am selling a membership to somebody who buys a Dream Trips Life membership for $200 one time and $55 a month. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Somebody's bought our membership. Over here on the right, Joe has bought the membership. Okay? Here's Bob, here's Joe. Let's say the next person I sold the membership to was Phil. Phil's going to go over here. I'm going to choose to place him here on the outside left. It's my outside left, it's Bob's outside left. Over here on the right, next person I sell a membership to is going to be David. David is going to go bottom right. It's my bottom right, it's Joe's bottom right. Remember, we want to keep these teams balanced. You don't take all your top people and put them all on one side and drive it down 10,000 people and you're going to make no money because you have to have the sales on the other side. Okay? You have to grow the binary at the same pace. We're shooting for 3 on the right, 3 on the left. Now watch. You have people in your upline, yes? They only have 2 teams, a right and a left. Is it possible that somebody gets placed underneath you from your upline? Of course. So let's say that my sponsor, Dave Watson, places somebody underneath me. And let's just say that he chooses to sign up his daughter Sarah, and he chooses to place her underneath Phil over here. Okay? So watch. Does that volume of Sarah's membership count towards my cycle pay? Yes. Do I get a percentage of her monthly fees on the 15th once I have 30-30? Yes. If Dave Watson, my sponsor, kept the sponsorship of Sarah, the only thing I will not get credit for is the car bonus, the $5,000 in volume that I'm looking for, because that has to come through my own personal lines of lineage, and the rank promotions that we have to go through the caps that are built in the binary to protect the company from paying out too much money. That volume absolutely positively does count for my cycle pay and my residual pay. We call that spillover. They got spilled over onto my team. Again, the only thing it doesn't count for is the car bonus and the rank requirements to get through the different caps that are built in. Okay? So, now watch. Over here, Joe has a right team and a left team. Does he not? And Joe wants to keep his teams balanced. So, let's just say that the first person that Joe actually enrolled himself was Steve. I would tell Joe to take Steve and go bottom right. Why? Well, look, Joe just put in David. Don't you think David would want, no, watch. I put in David. Remember? I enrolled David myself. Joe didn't even know David. I knew David. I put him underneath Joe. Everything David does is going to benefit Joe. But now Joe, his first enrollment, I would say, stick it underneath David. Because David's on your team, you want to get him fired up. What's going to fire people up is to look in their back office and see, holy smokes, I got somebody on my team. So I would say, take your first enrollment, Joe, and place that underneath David. In fact, maybe even the next one, too. Let's say the next one was Sam. Again, bottom right. It's my bottom right, Joe's bottom right, David's bottom right, Steve's bottom right. Okay? Because you want to get a little momentum going on these teams. Get a little brush fire. So then maybe the next one, which is Sue, we start that other team over here. Because remember, Joe's got to get his right going and his left. Okay? So placement does matter, but don't overthink it, okay? My advice is just go put a bunch of people in. One leg's going to take off faster than the other. Great. Then just start taking some personals and put it on the other team. Remember, long term, we're going to grow them at the same pace. Do not give yourself a headache about this stuff. Don't overanalyze this, okay? The best thing you can possibly do is just go put a whole bunch of numbers in, but in the back of your mind, you want to try to create little brush fires by getting people excited, by placing people underneath them as soon as they sign up on your team, while being cognizant that you got to grow 2 teams for yourself that grow at the same pace. So, David, is there anything else I should be adding to this?
That's excellent. Maybe just show how time and placement benefits, how maybe Sue isn't benefiting the same of what Joe's doing versus where David.
You come on up here. Everybody, this is David Helgeson. He is the master and commander of this ship.
Okay, so all this is excellent. The last thing that you guys should really catch here is why timing and placement's mattering. Okay, so where Joe got in before David, and Dr. David was already talking about this, Joe is going to benefit financially from everything that David does. See, David now also, so say this was me, I also have a right team, which Steve and Sam are on, and I have a left team. Now when I go and put Crystal in here, Crystal now is on my left team. So I have 1 on my left and I have 2 on my right. But Joe, because Joe has everything that I do, because Joe secured his spot before I was able to secure mine, now Joe has 1, 2, 3, 4 on his right and 1 on his left. So everything that I do left or right team is mattering for Joe's right team. Just like anything any of these people do is for you, that's your right team. Anything any of these people do on your left is your left team. So that's why time and placement is crucial as well. And again, like Dr. David said, don't overthink this. Okay? You're building the left team, you're building the right team. You have an offense, you have a defense. You have 2 Facebook profile pictures. Just grow them evenly, however it happens. And again, bottom left or bottom right for you. If this was me, I have a bottom left, I have a bottom right. Same thing.
Read my lips. When you enroll your personal people, always on the bottom right, on the bottom left. You cannot go wrong when you do that.